This is Engadget. Here's what's happening in the world of technology. It's Friday, March 11th. Facebook is changing a rule that prohibits users from calling for violence in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The change, which was first reported by Reuters, allows people in Ukraine and a handful of other countries to call for violence against Russians and Russian soldiers in the context of the Ukraine invasion. People in Ukraine, Poland, and Russia are also permitted to call for death to Russian President Vladimir Putin or Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko. Facebook spokesperson Andy Stone said in a statement that the company was temporarily allowing some posts that in the past would have been taken down under the company's rules prohibiting inciting violence. He added that the company won't allow credible calls for violence against Russian civilians. The company will also take down specific credible threats against Putin and Lukashenko, according to a memo reported by Reuters. As a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, we have temporarily made allowances for forms of political expression that would normally violate our rules, like violent speech such as death to the Russian invaders, Stone said. We still won't allow credible calls for violence against Russian civilians. The change underscores just how much social media platforms are rushing to adapt their content policies amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Facebook has already taken several steps to limit the influence of Russian state media outlets and took down a network of fake accounts boosting pro-Russia propaganda. The Russian government has responded by banning Facebook. And Google is rolling out an Android feature it hopes will help people in Ukraine stay safe. Ukraine's government asked Google to deploy an air raid alert system on Android phones, and it worked with the company to do so. Google says the feature complements the existing airstrike alerts. It's based on alerts the government is already providing to its residents. In the latest update to a blog post in which it details the steps it's taking to help Ukraine, Google says it has now suspended most of its commercial activities in Russia. Those include ads for all entities based in Russia, Google Cloud signups, payments on most services, and YouTube monetization features for Russian viewers. Free services such as YouTube, Gmail, and Search are still available in Russia for the time being. Starting today, hotel owners in countries neighboring Ukraine can note on their business profile if they offer discounted or free stays to refugees. Businesses can share details on their business profile on Search and Maps about services and aid they're offering to refugees from Ukraine. Google is also letting NGOs in Warsaw use one of its campuses to offer legal and psychological support to refugees. It previously announced similar support for NGOs in Slovakia, Romania, and Hungary, as well as a $10 million pledge toward local organizations in Poland that are aiding refugees. Meanwhile, Google's threat analysis group has detected activity from Fancy Bear and Ghostwriter, hacking groups believed to have ties to Russia and Belarus, respectively. The team shared details about those threats earlier this week to increase awareness among those in the security community and those who may be at risk of cyber attacks. In addition, the company says it has complied with an EU directive to remove Russian state-funded media websites from search results in the region. It's also removing more Russian media apps from Google Play. If you want to catch the latest tech news as it's happening, check out Engadget.com or tune in again every weekday.
Spoken Layer.